Everyone, it's Rhonda again with scrubbutter.com. Thank you for tuning in to watch this video. Today I'm going to do a pumpkin spice soap. Last year the soap that I did was a huge hit, so I decided to go back with the same scent since this fragrance is the truest to pumpkin spice that I have found yet. The scent I will be using is called Sweet Pumpkin Spice, and you can find it through Crafter's Choice at Wholesale Supplies Plus. And I'm going to do something a little bit different this time. Rather than make embeds and put on top, I'm going to try to pipe it. And we're not going to be using any vanilla stabilizers, so we're going to let the scent naturally color the soap since it has a high amount of vanillin in it. And so let's get started. I hope you enjoy. just a little bit of an overflow here. I think it's because my table might be just a hair bit unlevel. Let's see if we can't level that out enough to where I'm not getting an overflow. I live in an older farmhouse, and you gotta expect a time or two. If you're wondering why I left this for the top, and you notice I didn't put any fragrance oil in here, is because this is going to be the natural color of soap, but eventually the vanillin in the fragrance oil that's in the base will start bleeding, and this will keep it as a barrier between the soap with the fragrance oil on the bottom and the actual design on the top. Okay, we'll be back in a little bit whenever I get my piping bags filled and ready to start piping pumpkins. I'm back and ready to pipe. The initial plan was to use a Wilton 21, which is an open star tip. It's really small, and do these stars like laying down, and then when you pull, it kind of gives it like a pumpkin laying on its side. Well, luckily, I did a few practice runs before I started anything, and if you can tell right here, I actually tried to put one on here, and I did not like it. Instead, I've decided to go with a Wilton 12, which is just a round opening, and do something. I gotta get this centered. I can hardly tell which way to go. Get it centered like this, and then just make my own little impressions. I think this will work out better. So this is what I'm going to go with, and we'll see how it turns out. And I've also got some green, and the green is for the vines and the leaves and all that good stuff. And hopefully I can get this done before my telephone call comes through that I'm expecting tonight. So bear with me as I try to do this. And I apologize for not having my light on earlier. I don't know if it's going to help or if it's going to cast a shadow and actually hurt. But we'll see. You can leave me comments below and let me know if the light was good or if it was bad. Better yet, I think I'll change the camera and come right back. Hi guys, ready to pipe now. Hopefully I can get this done and not have any camera issues, because my camera was having some focus issues there. So I'm going to probably edit this together because I've restarted several times due to difficulties. And I'm going to go ahead and start piping, and hopefully this turns out good. went ahead and paused and got the pumpkins, for the most part, scored. Hopefully once I get the vines and the leaves on there, it'll make it all come together. I know some of them have got these little tips on top of them. I hate peaks for some reason. I'm sure you've probably heard me in one of my last videos talk about how I hate peaks. So now we're just going to kind of sporadically just kind of Well, I apologize for the technical difficulties. While I was doing the limbs and the leaves, I was having focusing problems and was unable to catch all of it. Hopefully I can edit this and get a few glimpses of me doing it. It'll just be a fast forward effort other than that. But here we have a pumpkin patch, scented in pumpkin spice. Let me get it to the camera so you can see. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray a little bit of rubbing alcohol on there and put a little bit of shimmer, shiny on there. And today we're going to be using a gold mica and a copper mica. I usually just use the gold, but I wanted to try this copper and see if I like it. First we're going to put on the gold. Not much, but just spray that. I like to spray the rubbing alcohol for two purposes. One, it helps, they say, with soda ash. And two, it helps the glitter to stick better. And of course the alcohol dissipates in the air, it evaporates. We'll put a little bit of gold shimmer on here, shiny. If I can get it to leave this spoon without all falling in one spot. Oh, that looks beautiful. Okay, now we're going to put a little bit of copper on there now. I hope this doesn't ruin it. Never used it. But it's a mica. These aren't really glitters, they're mica powders. So they're body safe. Same thing you color soap with. I mean, you can put this in the soap. Whew. I will have to clean this up afterwards. I've got this stuff going everywhere. But I want to make sure that all these little bare areas get a little twinkle, sprinkle, and pop. Alright. One more squirt to seal it in. Try to clean up what I can so I don't get glitter everywhere. I know this mode will be getting a scrubbing because glitter and these micas, when used as glitter, tend to get on everything. That's okay. It sure makes a beautiful soap. Not too bad. It is exactly what I had intended. I had to do it differently, but my vision is fulfilled. This is exactly what I had seen when I thought of this soap. My pumpkins are a little bit different. I kind of thought I'd have them laying on their sides and have them different sizes as far as, which it did turn out different sizes. Some of them looked like they were worms, but I got them all fixed. And once you put the vines on and the leaves, it just all comes together and it becomes a pumpkin patch. Now I can't wait to unmold this and see what each cut looks like. Hopefully my swirls did not merge together, because when I look on the outside of the mold, it looks orange. But if it does, that's okay. The whole point of putting the orange separate than the regular color of the base was so that the base would darken naturally from the fragrance oil, and the orange would kind of tone it down just a little bit and keep the vibe. But if it merges together, it'll just be an orangey brown once it finishes its cure. And hopefully the top layer will act as a barrier for these pumpkins not to also discolor over time. But that is it, and tomorrow we will unmold this and we will cut it up into slices of soap and see what we end up with. Until then, stay cool. Hi everyone, back again for the cutting of our pumpkin patch soap. And as you can see, it unmolded and turned out very nice. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we are going to cut this. And I've kind of got this thing set up backwards so that way you can see oh, nice. There's one. It looks yellow still on the inside, but I can tell by the outside of the soap that it will darken in time. What did I do with my paper towel? It will darken in time, and I'm really excited to see what this is going to look like after it does that. Gosh, it smells so good. I've never been a really big pumpkin spice fan, but I have to admit, since making the pumpkin spice soaps, gosh, I have come to love this scent. I am a fan now. I think about the only thing I'm not a fan of so far is lavender. I don't know why, but I have never been a huge lavender fan unless it's mixed with lemon. I can handle it with lemon. Gosh, that looks so pretty. And once that yellow turns darker, it is going to be gorgeous. This soap actually turned out as I envisioned in my head, other than, you know, the little mishap with the placement of the pumpkins, because I ended up having to pop them with a different popping tip. But overall, it actually turned out better than I was expecting. Beautiful. I couldn't be happier. God, I love the way it sounds whenever that arm comes down. That little click it does. I love it. That is the sound of soap. And this last one's going to be a little bit smaller. That's okay, I'll cut it down and put it in samples. Alright, and then there's the last piece. And of course it's a little bit smaller. I've been cutting these at 1 inch, and I usually get 8 bars because it's an 8-inch long mold. But that last piece is usually a little bit smaller than the rest of them, and that's okay. It gives me that 1 bar that I can cut into at least 4 bars, 4 samples, and give them away in orders, because I like to give free stuff in orders like that, because I like to receive free stuff in orders whenever I order from others. Alright guys, well that does it for our pumpkin patch soap. This soap will be ready for purchase in 4 to 6 weeks. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, hit that bell notification so that way you know when the next video is out. And thank you and have a good day.